shine bright, shine all around us by day and by night. Jesus, the light of the world.
Yeah.
Everybody says, how do you sing so happy? How do you feel so good with all you're going through? Well, that's the whole idea. Going through.
Every child is basically at risk in some form of fashion. We just don't specifically deal with gangs, but we deal with all at-risk behavior, be it shoplifting, drugs, whatever it may be that's causing that downward spiral. Deal with resolving a lot of the issues that a lot of the youth, as well as the parents, are going throughout their cohabitation. Unfortunately, a lot of parents are not aware in its totality of the gravity of the situation, or even that their child is in. We inform them of that. We deal with all aspects of the child, from their clothing, from certain markings on their skin, from certain tattoos, from certain symbol that they may not know what it stands for. We educate them on that.
What we fail to do so often, even in families, we fail to have those relationships. That's why first thing kids say, I don't care nothing about you. And they really don't, because they don't know you. But it takes time to build relationships. That's what Monday nights are all about here. That's why we spend these 2 hours every week. One young man was here, 14 years old, he was sitting in that chair. His mother was so frustrated, she looked at him. She said, won't you just learn how to be a man? In her frustration, she cried. And he looked at her and he said, who's gonna teach me? I said, how profound is that statement? We're asking people to do things that no one has ever taught them. How can I act like something I don't know what it looked like?
Growing up, I grew up without a mother and a father. My mother was murdered, and the person I thought was my father died, and my aunt got killed in a big shooting in Colombia. A person gonna grow up on their own, regardless. When they see the responsibilities they got to take care of, they're gonna grow up. It's no other way. If they don't, then they need to be in jail or dead.
It ain't really the parents, it's just like if you living in the wild, you know, you got lion, tigers, and bears. If they don't care for their cubs or whatever, if they don't show their cubs how to survive, how to eat, how to kill, they gotta learn on their own. But they might get killed trying to learn these things. You see what I'm saying? So that's the same way growing up as a human being, black male with no family. So it's the same thing.
They're not bad kids, they just made bad choices. And this is why we try to combat that in a preventive stage, because they're just one decision away from making a bad choice. But they're very respectful young men and young women that we come in contact with. They just made a bad choice, and that bad choice unfortunately landed them in a place where society just thinks that is it, the bad of the bad and the worst of the worst.
So we're asking young people to make choices, but often we give them no choice. You know, we say, well, you stay in your condition, stay in your situation, but you need to do better. You know, if they don't know what to choose from, how can they make a choice? So programs like ours help them do that, because we introduce them to, like you guys, you know, and others who come. We bring different celebrities in. We bring, like tonight, the band and the poetry. You know, these are cultural things that some of them have never been exposed to, you know, and it helps them make choices.
The one she wouldn't let go.
Like with all the young men who come here, I really don't see you for what you are. I try to see you for what you can become. I try to look beyond the present and see the future. That's why I invest in these young people. That's why I say, man, you know, I know you made bad choices and you're involved in this, but let me help you understand. And I think I can do a lot of that because I was once just like them. When I look in their eyes, guess who I see? I see what I was.
I was 11 years old. Didn't think I had family, so I was really looking for love somewhere else. Just something I thought was cool, really. But they showed me so much attention to where, wow, it was cool, you know what I'm saying? It was me at that time, that's what I thought. But later on, it wasn't like that. You know, they turn your back on you. they ain't really there for you.
Because they thought it was going to be like a brotherhood or a sisterhood or fraternity or sorority. And then they get involved and they realize in gangs you got to do what they call missions. You can't just say, I'm going to be in a gang, then, you know, that's it. And then you pay your dues and everybody's happy. No, you're given commission by higher command. And most of the time it's for you to build your rank. It could be carjacking all the way to murder, you know. And you've got to follow those orders or the orders will be reversed on you. We've made it popular in America to become a gang member without even really realizing what we've done. When we celebrate these gangbangers and we give them awards and rewards, and our kids know who they are, and they make commercials, they get Grammy awards, you know, guess what our kids want? They want to emulate that. So it's bigger than just the kid waking up one day and say, oh, I want to be a gang member. No, he sees it through imagery.
We show them the negative side of that. Behind all the glamour, the bling bling, the gold and so forth, we show them videos of death, videos of imprisonment, and things of that nature to show them that this is the dark side of that.
The things that you see is an illusion. The cars, the money, the women, the drugs, the street life, that's an illusion. But you'll get all that in the long run if you just work for it and you have education instead of just jumping out there and getting it and don't know what's going on.
It's one of two ways in life with that banging, the jail or dead. And I actually believe that now because I spent at least 8 years in jail. I'm 22 years old. From the juvenile to the penitentiary over somebody else, not even me. And if I never went that direction, I think I would have been something else, military, anything, besides nothing. Because right now, I don't have nothing to offer nobody. I'm basically living off of my family because I've spent so much time backtracking.
He has criminal thinking. He thinks like a criminal. And so what do you do with him in society? Yeah, you can lock him up till he's 21, but guess what? He turns 21, he gets out. Now he's angrier, smarter, and older. What is society gonna do with this monster we've created? Well, that's what he's become, you know? So what we gotta do is know that we gotta catch them before they get there. And then I know people blame it on the parents, but you know, we got some parents who didn't have a lot of nurturing either. How can I teach you something nobody ever taught me? So we've got a gap in a generation that's gonna have to be filled. And it's gonna have to be filled with people who have understanding.
If I get rich right now, I hit the lotto right now, that'll remove me out the ghetto financially. You feel what I'm saying? But it won't remove me out the ghetto mentally because I done been through the ghetto so long, so money ain't gonna do nothing but change the way I live financially. But I'm gonna always be tormented, traumatized because of what I went through in the ghetto. It's like a soldier, a vet in Vietnam.
No matter how hard this struggle get now, this obstacle I'm going through now, I gotta keep trying. I can't give up on me. It's about me now. Before, I don't know what was the issue with me to run out there, really, I just did it. But now that I see what is in front of me, I gotta be a man. Ain't no more little boy no more.
We always say, I always tell them, I said, two things, change the people you're around or change the people you're around. Meaning that if you're hanging around certain individuals and you know that they're not doing the right thing, then you're gonna either change their way of thinking or you're gonna change your way of thinking and move on from them. So we encourage them to do that. But the first initiative is that you have to really want a desire to get out, because a lot of times it's not easy. And once you make that decision that you really want to get out, there are many steps and programs that can make that transition much easier.
I can't see 10 years down the road, you know? Like, you know, a person asks you, where do you see yourself 10 years from now? I don't see myself tomorrow, you know, because I'm not there. So I take it a day at a time.
I tell myself just basically make it to the next day. I got to make it to it's like, when you're living in the streets, it's like you living day to day. you know, when you got a common goal and when you working or whatever, you got a future. You working for a future. See, but when you in the street, you live day to day. Ain't no future. You know what I'm saying? If I live today, I die today, that's a wrap.
There is a better way. I believe in redemption. I believe you can change. And I say to you that the sooner you change, the better. Thank you.
Speaking life or death, watch them.